We're a day early this week, but we're back here with Buy, Hold, Sell in MLB The Show 22, where I go through and talk about some of the most popular roster update investments and discuss whether to be buying that card, holding that card, or selling off that card before Friday's roster update. Now, we still do have today's games that can impact the roster update, but with all the content coming out, I wanted to get this video out before it. So let's waste no time. We're going to go over a lot of names here, basically only golds in this video. Let's hop into it. First up, we got Zach Wheeler. You can see myself. I got 165 Zach Wheelers at the current moment. At 2,800 stubs on the buy now, we are getting close to that borderline sell territory. For me right now, he's a hold. He does pitch against the Marlins tonight, so I may start selling off just a few before that in case he goes out and really blows up. But if he has a good start tonight, he should be looking really, really strong to get into that diamond tier. So at 165, 2,800, usually around that 3,000 plus price point is my firm sell area. So Wheeler is getting very, very close on that front. But for right now, he's just a hold for me. But if you were to sell, if you got in at quick sell at 1,500 and you're selling at 28, nothing wrong with that at all. Another guy we got here, Tony Gonzalen. He's still fully at quick sell value. Had a pretty solid start the other day. It wasn't incredible by any means, but it wasn't too bad either. So Gonzalen is a firm buy for me at 1,500. But he's a buy for future updates. I don't think he's going to get the diamond this go around. But if you want to start stocking up some Gonzalens, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think his last start, he went 5 innings, just a handful of hits, 0 walks, and 6 Ks, something along those lines. Really, really solid start for Tony Gonzalen. His last outing. Should be getting another start here soon. And he could be a guy that next go around is getting that hype that Wheeler has, that 3,000 stub price range. Hendrix is a guy who's a sell for me. He's been relatively decent his last few outings, but he did have 3 outings in a row giving up runs just at the end of July. So I'm not sold on Hendrix still. And again, a lot of the sample sizes from that time of him giving up runs haven't been impacted to the roster update yet. So he's a little over quick sell. 2,000 on the buy now. Hendrix is a firm sell for me. Manuel Clase, pretty similar to Zach Wheeler. He's on that borderline sell or hold. I really don't hate whether you do either way. If you've got it on Clase at quick sell, you've had Clase for a long time, and he's now up to 3,000 subs, almost 3,100. I don't think there's anything wrong with selling that in the slightest. If you want to hold out for him to go diamond 2, make a little bit more subs, maybe he can creep up into that 86 tier. I'm not opposed to that in the slightest. I personally only have 1 there, as I've sold out some of the ones that I had. Hunter Renfroe, a guy who's a sell for me. He's had a pretty cold last week or so. We do have a large sample size, and he has still been hitting for a pretty solid average overall recently, but that last week has been rough, and I think that's just going to hold Hunter Renfroe back. He's probably going to be a guy that come Friday, assuming he doesn't go up, he's going to be right back at quick sell and could be a solid opportunity to come buy in at that time. Same with a guy like Dansby Swanson. Both of these guys are going to be a sells. I don't think they quite have it in them this week, and because of that, when that update hits on Friday, most of those guys who don't get upgraded, your Renfroes, your Swansons, those kind of mid-tier high goals, those are going to get right back down to quick sell, and we can come in and invest at that point. Another guy that gets a lot of hype headed to these roster updates, Anthony Rizzo. He does have a lot of room to grow contact-wise, as you can see here. He's been close to 250 over the last 30 days. I think it's unlikely he gets that +1, though. I don't hate holding at the end of the day, but he's probably a guy that I lean a little bit more sell on. But he has had a really nice last week or so. So if he can build off of that moving forward into future updates, Rizzo is a guy who could sneak into that diamond here before the end of the year. Brandon Woodruff, a guy who's been pitching really, really good overall, but his last start wasn't too great. So he's not going to be a sell at 1,200. He's going to be our borderline buy, hold. Being able to get in on my quick sell right now, I do like that, and he has still been one of the best pitchers over the last month or so in the league. Even with his last start giving up 8 hits. Didn't give up that many runs, had a little bit of help on his side there. So Woodruff to me is going to be that borderline buy or hold. If you already have quite a bit, definitely don't be looking to sell. If you want to get in on a guy early at quick sell for possibly a future update, Brandon Woodruff could be your guy. A guy I am looking at selling though, Dylan Cease. Just seems to be one of those guys that can't quite get over the hump, and he just hasn't had enough starts where he really limits those walks. I'm talking no walks, 1 walk, maybe 2 in a game. He just hadn't had enough of those starts for me to feel super confident in him upgrading from that 47 walks per 9. He should be a diamond. I just don't think he maybe doesn't quite get there. And so I'm on board with taking a profit at 2,700, and I can get back in for the next update. Andrea Siminis, another guy who has a pretty solid shot of going diamond. He's been playing well, but he's not exuding a ton of confidence on my end. I feel like he's just right at the borderline of playing good enough to not playing good enough. I could see him moving up to an 84 this update at minimum. That does seem relatively likely. I just don't know if he's going to get that offensive bump that he needs to get up into that diamond tier. So for a guy right now selling at 24.48, assuming you've gotten in at quick sell up 1,200, you can pretty much double up your stubs here by selling at that 2,500 mark. So I'm on board with making Jimenez a sell. If you have a ton and you're holding on to him, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do like his long-term looks. Another guy, though, that is a firm sell here is Reilly. He was the player of the month. He was the lightning player. He's got all the things going on. But you take a look at his card, and contact left, power right, power left don't really have much room to grow. And even if we were to get a plus 10 contact left, plus 10 power left, he's only going to be up to an 84 overall. So you can see it is going to take a lot of offensive attributes for Reilly to go diamond because of his 59 fielding rating. And he already has such good attributes offensively that it's tough for him to get a lot of room to grow on that card. I'm going to find it tough for Reilly to get up to diamond tier. It certainly could happen, but a +2 overall, even if he were to get that, the price point he's selling at right now, you'd be making the exact same amount of stubs. So no point to hold that card and risk the non-upgrade. Sell out now at 3,300 stubs. Even when you include the tax, you are getting that 3K back, just as you would if you went up to an 85. Moving on now to one of my other big investments. We have 90 Starling Martes headed into this update. He is going to be a hold for me. I really think he can get a +2 into that diamond tier. Now, if he starts pushing that 2,800 stubs come Thursday, Wednesday, before that update, I may look to offload some of my 30 that I have. But as of right now, I'm holding these. Sell now at 1,600. So he is selling above that 84 quick sell quite a bit. But I'm holding out hope that he can get that +2, give him that +8 contact left, power left, get him up to that 85. I think he's really close to an 84 as it is. I'm hoping he can get that +2. So for me, I'm going to be holding out on Marte, a guy who's been a diamond before this year. Honestly, even at 1,600, I don't absolutely hate the buy. It is a bit riskier. You are getting in quite a bit above quick sell. So he's definitely a firm hold. But if you really want to take a risk and go for it, a buy could be a play there too. Another guy I'm holding on to quite a bit of is 116 Christian Javier's had a pretty good start his last outing. And more importantly, only 3 walks over his last 3 previous games. So with his 58 walks per 9, he definitely has some solid opportunity to possibly go up there. Certainly not a diamond play at all this go around, but a +1 into that 84, possibly start building up hype for a diamond in the update after this. I think it's possible for Javier. He already has super high hits per 9, Ks per 9. So Christian Javier, I got 116 of them. I'm liking him. He's a guy who's a buy for me. Moving on to the sell side of things, we got Francisco Lindor, 2,600. Getting to that point where I'd probably look at selling. Don't hate holding a little bit and see maybe he reaches that 3K mark on Wednesday or Thursday before the update. Lindor, I think a +2 of the diamond is certainly possible. He has been playing incredible, but usually if I can take that guaranteed profit in these updates, I like taking that guaranteed profit. So Lindor for me, he's going to be a sell. Maybe hold for another day or two to see what his peak gets up to. We got 3 other guys that I'm big time invested in this update that are all 3 holds. 2 of them possibly even buys. Jose Trevino, still at quick sell value. Been playing incredible this year, and he's been really showing it offensively recently with those offensive attributes. Lots of room to grow there. Juan Soto, another guy who's going to be a hold for me for now. I think he's going to get back up to diamond tier at some point this year. So Soto is a hold for me. He's probably not a buy at 1476 because if he doesn't go up any this update, which again, I think he might. But if he doesn't, his price is going to get back down to quick sell value. And then we got 152 Jason Adams, just 26 stubs above quick sell value. But he hadn't even given up a hit in the better part of a month. He has been pitching absolutely incredible. Ks per 9, walks per 9, both with the ability to go up there, and only 26 above quick sell right now. So that is a firm buy for me on Jason Adams. Luis Castillo, a guy I got 267 of, is a hold for me right now. He had some really nice strikeouts in his last outing, his first outing with the Mariners, going against the Yankees. And hopefully we could see that Ks per 9 bump up a little bit, possibly even a walks per 9 bump, though he did walk 3 in his last start. So maybe not going to get that walks per 9 bump, but even a nice little Ks per 9 bump, get a +1. Possibly a +2. He's a hold for me right now. If you're looking to store your stubs and pick up somebody at quick sell, could be a bit of a buy. Also, if y'all been holding Correa recently, he has started to struggle a little bit again. So Correa, he is going to lean on the sell front for me. Y'all been holding him for a while if y'all were in on him. I personally got out of mine on the last update. Maybe time to get on the Correa for now. And if you can heat it back up, possibly a play to get back in at that moment. Jose Abreu, another guy I'm holding. He's been showing power versus righties recently, and he's got a 278 ISO versus right-handed pitching in the last 14 days. So Abreu with a power versus right upgrade is a guy who's suddenly looking at becoming a diamond guy. So Abreu's a firm hold for me. I honestly would even think about coming in and buying some. He has 36 subs above quick sell, but I think Jose Abreu gets that power versus right upgrade this weekend. At least gets him up just a little bit. Another guy I am holding for now, Julio Urias. He does start tonight. So based off how he starts tonight, we'll make some decisions. If he goes out and shoves tonight, that becomes a buy for me. If he goes out, just has a normal game, that becomes a hold for me at that point. If he goes out and he gets absolutely destroyed, probably look at selling, getting back out at quick sell. But as long as he pitches decent or has a great start, I'm going to be holding or buying more. Kevin Gossman, a guy I'm firm holding right now. We have 411. He is up to 100 stubs above that quick sell value. So I'm not sure if I'm fully in on a buy yet. 2 starts ago for Gossman wasn't great, but his last 2 starts have been really, really nice. Didn't have a ton of strikeouts versus Minnesota. And he did give up 6 hits in 6 innings, but he didn't walk anybody, didn't give up any runs. So it was a really good, strong outing. Before that, he had a great outing too. So I'm hoping Gossman can start creeping back up, pushing towards that diamond tier. I got 411. He is my most invested guy right now. I also got quite a bit of Corey Seegers as well. He is here at quick sell value. Probably a buy or a hold. Pretty much a borderline there, but he has been hitting for average, really solid over the last month or so, and hasn't gotten his contact adjusted yet to reflect his hot streak that he's been on. So I could see Seeger getting that average bump. He has had a couple colder games of recently, so maybe that holds him back, but I'm going to be holding on Seeger for now, hoping for that +1, +2. Devin Williams is a guy. I got 107 of him. He did have a rough outing the other night, but for me, it's still going to be a hold for Devin Williams. He did give up some runs, but it wasn't too bad in the grand scheme of things when you kind of break it down a little bit more. So Devin Williams, I really love what he's been doing this year. I trust how he's been pitching. He has been limiting the walks for the most part in this update period for the last month or so. So I'm hopeful that he can still get a nice upgrade to his walks per 9 and bump him up into that 82, 83 tier. Devin Williams for me, I'm not going to get in and buy more 100 subs above quick sell, but I am going to hold what I got. Another guy that's been super popular, JT Realmuto. I would not recommend buying any, but if you got a lot of JT and you got him at 400 subs, you could sell right now for 1180 and cash in. I'd probably lean a little bit of a hold, though. He has been playing really, really well. Hold him through this update, and he starts to kind of build some hype in future updates. And JT Realmuto, you can make a lot more stubs return there. However, if you want to play it super safe, you got in at 400, you're more than doubling up your stubs. There's nothing wrong with taking a sell. You're on JT. Tristan Mckenzie is going to be a guy who's a sell for me at 1,000 subs on the buy now right now. He's selling for a +2 overall quick sell. So he's selling at the same price that an 82 would quick sell for, even when you include that tax. So you would be banking on a +3 for Mckenzie for it not really to make sense for him to sell right now. And he has been really good. He's going to be a guy high on my radar heading into the next update. Mckenzie has his last start really solid, but 2 rough starts before that. I think it's going to hold him back just a little bit. McKenzie's a guy who I like a lot, though, but I don't like at an 82 price point, and for that reason, I'd be selling on McKenzie. As of right now, only 1 silver in my inventory that I'm holding in on, and it's Teoscar Hernandez, 715 on the buy now. Probably a price point where it is recommended to be selling at. He's selling like an 81 overall quick sell. That is another situation where we have a +2. But you can see all the investments I got with 832K in the bank. I'm going to hold Teoscar for a little bit more. I'd probably lean on the sell side of things. If you got in anywhere close to him at silver quick sell, I'd lean to sell. If you have been holding him since he was a gold, I'd probably continue to hold, and hopefully he can return back up, and overall, he's definitely due for some upgrades there. So that is what I'm working with in my inventory. That's what I've been buying, holding, and selling. As always, if y'all got any guys you're wondering about, hit me up down in the comment section below. And if you're watching this video the day it comes out, I'm gonna be live on Twitch all day going over the new BR program, new event, new featured program, talking about the Griffey coming on Friday, and going over roster update names here and there. So definitely feel free to swing by our Twitch live streams and hit me up there. Until next time, though, as always, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch y'all around.